Coast Avengers. West Coast Avengers. Ah! Ah! Ooh, I remember this part of my life story. Oh, hey, sorry there, Joe. Hi.
Hey, Spider-Man, how are you doing?
I'm good. I was just reading up on myself.
Yeah, well, you've been around for a while, so I would think you'd forget some of that stuff.
I know. Give me one sec. Hold on. Now you see my real identity.
You're Dave? I'm so confused right now.
You didn't know that, did you?
That changes everything.
It does. Welcome back. This is the West Coast Avengers, a little special episode. I discussed this earlier, but there's Joe, Scar System. You know him.
Hey there, guys. Hey.
He designed all this good stuff you're seeing right here, like the space that we're in.
We're in the universe.
Uh-oh, we have a Miranda sighting. Bye, thank you. That's okay. The magic of editing, nobody will ever know that just happened, and now they're going to be questioning what I'm talking about. What happened? Or when she opens the door,
I'll just put like a bunch of pixels there, and I'll make her voice really low, and it'll be like she's in the witness protection program.
Yeah, she might actually be in the witness protection program.
See, there we go. I gave 30-something books to Joe to press. They're all what I assumed were 9/8 candidates, and we did a 9/8 pre-screen. And the first of 2 boxes came back from CGC today. You'll be seeing the whole submission in this video, but Joe did warn me I'm not going to be happy about this submission.
Yeah, I didn't want you going into this with these big expectations to have them crushed. If I can just do a quick spoiler, just cut to the chase. We didn't get nearly the amount of 9/8s that I thought we were going to get.
We barely made half.
Barely made half. I think we're floating it around 30%, maybe.
Well, yeah, around that. So I'm going to open up this box down here. Let's show it so everybody doesn't think we just made this up. I'm going to open up the box, and what I'm going to try and do, I'm not going to look, and I'm going to face the book maybe this way and look at the back and try and guess the book.
Okay, yeah. Based on the back art, based on the ad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exactly. I mean, I remember some of the books that we submitted, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember anything besides the 5 or 4 Batman 404 newsstands. But the point of this submission was to try and get a bunch of 9/8 newsstands. I went through my back stock of some of the books that I have, and I was like, oh, this would be really good in a 9/8 newsstand. This would be really good in a 9/8 newsstand. So I have no clue. Is that the front of the book? I'm not looking.
That's the front of the book facing the camera. So, yeah.
Okay.
There.
All right. So we've got, and so these are all, they're going to be 9/8s. So this is definitely trenched in the 2000s. I have, or maybe like 98, 99. This probably came out around then. I'm going to say it's a Spider-Man book, but I have no clue what it is. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Daredevil number. All right. I was close to the year. It was 99. Daredevil number 9, the first appearance of Echo. And we were, I was right on this book.
Yeah. So funny thing about that book is it's got the cover that folds in about a 1/4 inch further than the pages do. And pressing it is kind of a tricky situation. It's really tough to do without getting impressions on that second page.
The line is, but that line is still there. So they note, we all know, and CGC knows, and it's a good thing that they recognize it, that this is a manufacturing defect. It's not a defect of the book. All the books look like that. You can see the line on the back, and it's a little bit more pronounced on the front. But I'm going to try and see if we can get a good view here of it. Yeah, it's really tough to see. But yeah, I'm happy about that. That's a 9/8 right there. And you know, the Echo show's coming out soon, so we got that at some point. And that'll tie back into Daredevil, I'm sure, as well. All right, so the front, so I have to flip the book around. So this should be the back of the book, right?
That is the back of the book.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, probably another 98, 99. Could this be the second appearance of Echo? Let's see. Second appearance and origin of Echo, which is also the first cover appearance of her. It's funny, of course, the label does not fucking denote that at all. It just says origin of Echo. It's not the second appearance of the character. It's not the first cover appearance. CGC, you're a great company. Not at all, actually. All right, so
yeah, that's two books where of all my list of all the books I thought were going to get a 9.8, those two were not. Those two I wasn't thinking were going to get it. So I was very surprised that they did. But I think, like you said, they probably account for the manufacturer defect and don't.
I mean, I don't even know if you would even could call it a defect, because it's not a defect. It's just how the way the book is,
Right.
I was confident in those. That's why I had been holding them in that box for so long. All right, so back of the book. Oh, I saw what that is.
Yeah. Well, you got the back of the book there. Yeah. All right.
All right, we got year one, part one, Batman 404 9.8 newsstand. I still am the only person that I know that's had one of these books and sold one of these books over the last 6-7 months. We submitted a bunch of these, so we'll see what happens. I guess it's going to be a dead giveaway if the next one is going to have the same back.
Well,
it's not. All right.
But I don't put the same books together. I actually try to break them up so they're not comparing them.
So this is a 1980s book. I honestly don't know what the fuck this could be. I'm going to guess that I submitted something from the Star Comics label, only just based on the back, but I don't think so. Maybe this is like a Star Wars book. Ooh, nice. Yeah. C. Todd, Grade Todd. Batman Detective Comics 576, year 2, part 2. And yeah, that's a great cover. It's a great Todd book. It's a 9.8 newsstand. That's the thing about this submission. That's why we're going to take a look at the rejects, because 9.8 newsstands, that's the premium,
Right. And that's the theme with this whole submission was some of these books you submitted just don't exist in 9.8 newsstand, not available to purchase right now. So if you did have a lot of these books, you'd be the only guy with one.
Right. And the thing is, right now I'm not upset at the submission, because at least the books that I've gotten back so far are good books. Granted, yes, we submitted a lot more than what we got back. Yeah. All right. So this is clearly going to be Image era, probably 1994. I don't remember if I submitted a Spawn book or a Max book, but I'm going to say this is an Image book in a 9.8. Oh, yeah, there we go. Spawn 8, 9.8 newsstand. Joe, I'm telling you, at least the books that are coming back are quality fucking books. This is an easy sell.
When I saw that only a handful got the grade, I was really disappointed. But then when I saw which ones got the grade, I was like, okay, well, at least he'll be happy with that.
Okay. All right, let's flip that around. All right, what we have here is an Image Comics. I know that because I can tell by the paper. I think it's a Savage Dragon #1 in a newsstand. A root doo 9.8 newsstands and Image keys. I'm not upset at this.
No.
All right. You like how I'm able to guess some of these books by the back cover? Is that a sickness?
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That one, isn't it the same back as Spawn 1? The Savage Dragon one?
I don't think so. No. All right, this is going to end up being a DC book. I'm going to say this is another Batman book, maybe. I don't remember. Ooh, oh, shit. All right, so what we have here is a Ghost Rider 81, the final issue of the first series of Ghost Rider in a 9.8 newsstand, a barely existent book. I think there might have been one on eBay. I think I comped price at this at like between $500 or $700. And yeah, final issue, black cover, hard to get in grade. This will be one of those ones that I'm just going to have to explain when I sell it why it's so expensive.
Tell people why they want it.
Yeah, exactly. There are certain series, right, that is well known. That last issue is super low print run, hard to find, blah, blah, blah. G.I. Joe 155 comes to mind. In a 9.8, it's $1,000. In a 9.8 newsstand, it's over $1,000. All right, so we've got one more 9.8 in this portion of the submission, and then you'll see the other one when we do the next portion. All right, so we've got, whoa. I do not remember what I submitted here, but this is some weird Marvel comic, and I have no clue what this is. I'm going to guess it's a Spider-Man book, but
it's weird. It's weird.
Oh yeah, that Wizard Wolverine 1/2 9.8. I figured it would be a good 9.8. Like this is not going to be super expensive. It's like $175 book probably, but I turned $40 into possibly $175. All right, so that was the first portion. There should be three 9.8s in what gets returned. Right. I mean in the next portion of this, which we will include in this video. All right, let's see. I'm not gonna like pour over every single one of these, but we'll take a look. Just looking at this Web of Spider-Man, I don't see anything.
I guess I should add that there was no grader notes and on anything. I don't know if they don't do grader notes because they're rejects or how that works, but there was literally no indication as to
what. I love how they don't even bother to take the tape off. They just cut the fucking Mylar. They cut the Mylar open. They're such lazy fucks. How do you know as the submitter that they don't mishandle these books?
I'm going to say every one of these books was pressed before they were submitted. So like if there's a tiny indent, either it's something that the press didn't get out and could potentially be gotten out if it was repressed.
Yeah.
Or it was something that happened after the fact.
I could see why this got, you see the top up there? What I see on these books is like, oh, this is easy. This one was one I was really hoping for because this is a really popular book and, it's kind of important for the Hulk lore. I don't see a single thing wrong with this cover. I don't see a single thing wrong with this book.
So I noticed on a couple of his books, there was something akin to foxing. It wasn't quite what I would call foxing, more just like maybe a tanning, a very light tanning that I couldn't get out with the Abzarine or eraser.
Sure.
So maybe that was it, but it just kind of looked like aged paper, like slightly aged paper. It didn't quite seem like it would get dinged.
And a tick. That's not gonna. All right, this will sit because I think it's worth submitting this stuff again. But this one has a tick. This has a tick here and like a little split there. So I'll put that away for.
When I did your pressing, not only did I press them, but I kept them all cold pressed until it was time to actually send them in as well. So a lot of these have been essentially pressed for weeks,
Yeah. Did you ever work with the crystal or the roller ball or whatever, like that method?
Like to get out dings to actually work out. I've done it before, but I've never had success in making it flawless. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Ooh, I forgot I gave that to you. All right, let's see what we got here. Got a first forge. There's a tick right there.
A small color breaking tick, theoretically.
There was other ones, but there was one really pronounced. I really don't get this. All you have to do is lift the fucking tape up, but yet they cut them.
Look at this. Whatever.
Just idiots. All right, now looking at this one, I see absolutely nothing on the front. Scuff on the back on the white, but really? That's what they're dinging that for? I'm going to put this back in the pile for a resub.
CGC ebbs and flows. Some graders are more scrupulous than others. It's all subjective. We all have heard this a million times. So.
Oh, yeah, it's a scam.
It certainly can't hurt to resub stuff that's close to perfect.
Yeah, and like that mark is just a printer's mark. I think I see what you're saying about a possible tanning down here.
It's so light, but it's but it's there.
All right, here's one with a tick. There's a little finger thing there. I mean, this is probably a 9.6. This isn't gonna ever get a 9.8 because that little piece that's hanging over the side is never gonna.
Here's one I was really hoping was gonna get the 9.8.
Of course. I already see why. I mean, I see what looks like to be like maybe like a finger bend there. I love comics. All right, we got a little tick here. We got a tick there. Here, tick. There, tick. Everywhere, tick, tick. Yeah. All right. Well, there's the third out of I think 4 year ones we submitted. Maybe
it was 3.
Oh, all right. Well, that just ruined that. All right. Yeah, this thing's not getting a 9.8. And then the last two, first Silver Sable. I love the way they did those bags and boards. They're a quality company. There's a printer crease that goes down this whole thing, but that shouldn't affect the grade. I don't know. I don't see why this got what it got based on the cover, but let me see something real quick.
I don't remember that one having a crease in it.
Well, it's a printer roll. It's really tough to see. You might be able to. No, printer rolls don't press out. Like the paper just gets a tiny bit bunched in the when it rolls over.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Like Miracle Man #1 is almost every single one of them has a printer roll crease, so it doesn't affect the grade. It's just how those things turned out. There's one tick on this, but it doesn't really break color. Coming up in just a second, I'm going to snap my finger. Joe, you ready to look through another box of books? Maybe change your clothes real quick?
Yeah, I think I'm going to change my clothes magically and look at these books.
All right, check it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Where am I? Whoa! How did I get here?
It's like a multiverse situation just happened.
Whoa, man. All right, let me do this. Whoa! Whoa, okay. Weird, man. That was weird. All of a sudden, Joe, I went from being in this chair to I was in a room with a guy talking about omnibuses and some other dude with a donkey. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
You should get that checked out, man. That doesn't sound normal.
Yeah, I know. We were just having a little fun, like making a video based on the CGC submission. I got the other box, but all of a sudden I was in there was a comic famine around me and somebody saying something about acetate. And I think I saw Clayton Crane in the corner.
Was there a cat?
Yeah, there was 2 of them. There was 2 of them.
Yeah, I'd make an appointment for yourself.
Here we are. We've got the second box. It showed up early. That's Italian, obviously. And this is from the Italian CGC offices. Ooh, I just broke the submission. All right. How's my sound, by the way? How do I sound?
You sound great. And just like Italian jeans, that box is very skinny.
It is, yeah. So there's only going to be, 3 graded books in here? I still don't know what's in here, so that's cool. I'm going to try and do what we did with the other books and, not look or flip them over and try and, guess what book it is without looking at it. Okay, so the rejects are right here. Should we look at the rejects first, or should I look at the slabs first?
Yeah, I mean, you don't remember what was in what, and so you're going to look at the rejects, and you're still not going to know what the graded books are.
All right, so let's look at the rejects first. All right, so the first reject is going to be Moon Knight #38. I see one tick, and I see that little tag coming off. You see it?
Yeah, I know. Those little tags, I read somewhere that they don't count.
Still love that they cut the back of these instead of just taking the painter's tape off.
So, okay, so that tells me on the next submission, I'm just not going to tape them.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a point. All right, so Secret Wars #3 newsstand. This is a perfect copy. In my eyes, this is a perfect copy of a comic book. Yeah, this is going back into the what the fuck, Yeah.
What?
This Daredevil 181 has one tick on the spine. I'm gonna have you press it because the spine, you could see the line with the spine curl.
Yeah.
Right here. So it's a thicker book. So maybe it needs a little extra strength on the press, but I think we resubmit that with a press. Got a first Stormbreaker in a newsstand that got rejected. I see one tick that's very, very slight. You see that little...
Oh, yeah, right there, yeah.
I don't know if that's pressable, like, completely. And we got a Secret Wars 10, which, was one of the coolest Doom covers. And I see this. The cover comes past the pages a little bit. So I think what to do is when you press it, get another board and stick it in there. So when it gets bagged and boarded, it doesn't happen again.
Like submit it with a board in there?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I mean, I press it with a board in there or a
they'll take it out. I don't know where this happened, but you can see the divots.
Oh yeah.
And then finally we got X-Men 164. Yeah, I can see the stress lines on this spine all up and down it. All right, so there you go. That's the rejects. I seriously have no clue what is about to be the 3 books that I'm going to get a 9.8 on. So I'm kind of excited, even though you told me not to be. All right, so I'm not looking. Let me just feel the slab. All right, so this should be the front.
I have a prediction, though. I think you're going to be able to tell some of these from the back art.
Okay. Well, I see a piece of the cover and I see the colors. I guess I got a 9.8 newsstand on a Secret Wars number 7. Look at how I was able to tell what book that was just from this.
That's fucked up. That's a super ability because when people post stacks of books online, you can tell what the covers are.
And I usually am able to do that. You know that about me because I've talked to you on the phone about listings that we're looking at. And I'm like, oh, I see this book in there.
Yeah. I think at least twice I've sent you pictures being like, what do you see that I don't,
Yeah, that's how I got that Wizard number 1 that time. Out of that like $60 lot, I saw a corner of the cover and I knew what it was. There's the back. Well, it's clearly an early Copper book. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say it's an ASM. I don't know what it is, but it's an ASM. Oh, nice. Secret Wars 3. All right. You know, I can't really be upset about having more Secret Wars 9.8 newsstands.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. First appearance of Titania and first appearance of Volcana and first appearance of Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman, the new Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's those 2. What is the last book going to be?
The final book is the wild card. I don't know if you're going to get it or not.
So it's about a 1990-something book. And I don't think it is a Marvel book. I think it's a DC Vertigo book. But I can't remember what fucking book I submitted.
Jesus, dude, you're a beast.
I'm going to say it's a Sandman book. Oh, wow. I was fucking right. Holy shit. Folks, if you know anything about me, you know I'm not a liar. You know I don't fake this piece of me. And it's a 9.8 Sandman 25 Season of Mists Part 4. The stupid thing about this is they don't even put the key on it because this is the first appearance of the Dead Boy Detectives.
I do believe so. Let me just verify that real quick.
Unless I screwed up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first appearance of the Dead Boy Detectives.
Dead Boy Detectives, the ghosts of 2 murdered boys who investigate mysteries.
Yeah. I mean, good on you, CGC, for not actually knowing what a fucking key is. That's okay. You are a sham of a company, but we all know that. There's nothing new there.
I'm not with him. I still have books in queue.
11 9/8 that we got back. Thank you, by the way, Joe, for helping me with this.
As far as this submission as a whole, I know we've had this conversation a lot, but do they allow this flaw? Is this considered a flaw or a printing thing? I guess what I've learned from all this is like a lot of these flaws, what we're questioning, can we squeak this through? The definitive answer is probably no. They're probably looking at a lot of that stuff. And whether it was a printing error or a manufacturer thing, they're still saying, hey, it's there, so no.
You know, yeah, and like certain manufacturer defects are clear that they are manufacturer defects. Like the weird serrated back covers, like the Hulk 340. All of them, I have had two 9.8 newsstands, and they both have the serrated back covers, and they both got 9.8 newsstand. 9.8s. I think some of the rejects are questionable, but I'm not really upset at this because you shoot for the best grade and you get close to half of them right. It's not bad. I mean, maybe the 9.8 pre-screen's not the way to go all the time, but with a submission like this, I don't think it's the worst way to go.
For this submission, a lot of those books in the 9.6 aren't worth grading. They're great
Right.
raw, not worth getting slapped. The market for them would be very little. So
Sure.
It made sense doing a 9.8 pre-screen. It also makes sense to look at what didn't make it through and resend it back in. I've never had a submission where I've just been blown away happy with. There's always like happy things, and then there's always like,
There's the one that I was super happy with was the one that me and Maddie did the last time I did a unboxing when he pressed and I got the 9.8 on the New Mutants 98 newsstand. I got the 9.8 on the Clone Wars. I got the 9.8 on the Batman Adventures 12. Like that was a submission to but that caliber of books was not in this submission. And, for everybody that's watching, I don't know when this is going to post. Probably after some of this stuff has been sold. But if you are at SummerCon, and this is before SummerCon, then you will see some of these books out for sale. That's in Puyallup in Washington. Otherwise, you'll see them out for sale during West Coast Wednesday. Do you want to advertise anything? Your website, your design work, your Gigolo services?
Yeah, that's on hold. Legal problems, working through it. It's Washington State, but also a gray area. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Scar System right there. I'm a graphic designer. Check out all my work. That's also my website, scarsystem.com. I make stickers and business cards and logos and whatever you need. I can make it for you at a good price. Tell them Dave sent you.
Yeah, and if you send him an audio file of you singing West Coast Avengers, he won't give you a discount, but he'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, I might remix it into a dance thing too. Yeah. Other than that, I got nothing to hawk right now, but yeah, at least give me a follow on Instagram. I need some new followers. So
yeah, give him a follow. Follow him. I'll give you his address, and then you can really follow him. I use that joke way too much, but and then for everybody watching, like, follow, and subscribe, yada yada. Obviously, West Coast Wednesday, every Wednesday. I'm going to be taking some time off in July, so if you don't see me, watch one of my videos and lick your palm and slap yourself in the face. That'll do it for another episode of the West Coast Avengers, and don't forget to keep digging. Yeah, Joe, sing the theme song. West Coast Avengers. And there we go. He ruined the stream again.